Hey yo, what's up? So, on this video I'm going to animate this robot. I'm going to rig the hand so I can add more animation on this hand of the robot and add a little animation on the dude over here. That'll be everything that I'm going to do right now, and let's see how it goes. So here I'm going to enable my timeline view. I don't know why sometimes it disappears completely. There you go, for all the Radiohead fans, that's a reference there. And boom, let's go. First of all, the hand. I'm going to create here, boom, a new group by pressing Command Shift and G. And now I'm going to, inside of this group that I created, separate all of these parts of the hand. So I'm going to create like the palm, finger 1, F01, F02, F03, and thumb also. Close, and now this is the thing. The hand will be doing this, the animation of this robot will be doing this. And if you are not sure what is happening, okay, this is a short film about a three-headed mutant chihuahua that is fighting against a giant air fryer that is invading a punk city. Yes, this is the story, and I'm working on a scene in which the robot just smashes the little chihuahuas, and the little chihuahuas are about to morph and transform into a huge giant monster. So, let's go. I'm going to connect all of this with the main composite, boom, and I'm going to create a peg for each one of these parts, and I'm going to create a master peg on the palm, which is going to connect, well, you know what, let me create a master peg for all the fingers, so I can name this like fingers, fingers MP. And here on the thumb, well, the thumb and the fingers, yeah, these could be connected here and these here, and these will be connected out of this group. So now all of those parts that are going to rig are going to also be attached to the main arm. Amazing. So now I'm going to grab here the pencil tool, and with the pencil tool I'm going to do a cleanup here of the design that I did yesterday while I was about to die under high temperatures. So I'm going to grab this basic tool, and using this basic tool I'm going to rig this hand. I'm going to trace on top of these lines that I drew. Boom, 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 oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. There you go. We have something like this. No, la concha. There you go. Sorry, sometimes these things act a little bit weird. And now I'm going to change the round boring of all corners into amazing badass straight corners. And in order to do so, I am going to grab all of this, come here, instead of round I'm going to use this one here, this meter or something. Then I'm coming here to the palm and going here into line thickness and change the pencil line smoothness to 0 and this fit error to 100. And the thing is, like, I'm not sure at all what each one of these properties means, but the thing that I'm sure is that if I put a deformer on top of this, these sharp corners will be there and will not become rounded and boring. So yeah, that's something that I found out here in this software called Toon Boom Harmony. Awesome, there you go. Now I'm going to go with the fingers. So here I have the palm, and I can color the palm with the air fryer color. Air fryer colors here. Palm, 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 palm. Boom, amazing, beautiful. And on top of this air fryer, we're having finger number 1. So, you know what? I really like the feeling of the brush instead of using the boring shapes. Think, Henry, think. What are we going to do? Air fryer colors. Let's freehand this finger to see how it looks compared to using basic shapes. Boom, boom, and then from here, boom, and then from here, plakatang, and then I cut all of this. Tuki, 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 boom, 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 boom. And then I merge all of this. Tuki. And then I can go here to join instead of round it. Boop! There, yeah, I like this more than just using basic tools, and then I'm softening this a bit. There you go. Yeah, I'm not picky here. Fingers color this thing. Let's go with the other one. Another layer, F02. I'll go here, Pumbaa, and do something like this. Boom. Oopsie. Oopa. Boom. Ojo. Ojo, the rhythms between these two. So I'm going to clean these two fingers in one layer and then move them into different layers. I will separate these layers forever and ever. Wait, I was listening to some music, but now it's not playing anymore. What is that? Amazing. Awesome. Now boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Guess what? I go on here and I press this. Let me go a little bit lower. I press this thing here to merge all of those lines. And then I come here and change from rounded to straight. So it looks beautiful. And now I can come here and clean some stuff. Yeah, that's it. And then I come here to the colors. I look for the fingers colors. Oopa, oopa. Fingers, pam, pam. And I'll move Oopa, and I'll move this one to another layer. In this case will be the F03. Let's go to a thumb and let's clean that thumb. You use this. And Harry, why are you using the pencil instead of the brush? Because if I decide to put a deformer on top of these shapes that I'm drawing, it will be more useful to use the pencil, as I can add more dots in the line here to soften up a little bit the lines, and I can just tweak these things around. But the brush, I cannot do that. No, I cannot do that with the brush. So with the pencil, I have more flexibility. There you go. If I decide to put the formers on top, boom, and then I come here in straight corners, and then the fingers, boom. Awesome. And now pivot points. We're having, where are you? Here. We're having a pivot point here. We're having F03. Where are you? What the heck are you guys doing here? Boom. 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 Oopa. Boom. Awesome. And then all of these fingers together. Boom. And the palm here, controlling everything. Amazing. And then I'm going to disable the original drawing of the hand for a bit because I don't need it, and I'm going to put the palm behind. Wow, it looks completely different. No, la concha de madre, let's go. Why it looks so different? Oh, the line thickness of the palm. Let's decrease this a bit. Let's keep it on 20. Not that bad. I'm going to move all of this a bit here, so I'm leaving a bit of negative space here in the palm. Awesome. This goes behind the palm. Amazing. Now we have the rig of the arm. Guys, if I have a recommendation for you right now, it will be the following. I highly recommend you listening to Taking Back Sunday. Amazing band. That's my recommendation of today. The camera, I want the camera to go a little bit further away so I can see more of the hand. Awesome. Let me block all of this stuff because we are starting to animate here. Oh, you know what? I need to draw over here. Because I feel we can add more stuff on this character to feel it's looking down and not towards the front too much. So let's draw some lines on the volume of this character to figure out how can we improve this dude. So we have something like this. We have something like this. We have something like this. These lines goes like this because of the volume of this air fryer. And we have these curves going this way and this way. Beautiful. Now, on top of these lines that are guides for me to understand the volumes of this dude, I can be more accurate on the placements of the things. For example, the 31 I could put here. Maybe I can put the eyes here. No, I like it a little bit more towards. Yeah, I like it how it is now. I'll go something like this for the mouth to start feeling that it's going around instead of being just flat there. We're going something like this. Let me bring this a bit more closer. Oopa, oopa. So I'm trying to feel the roundness of this character. Boom. And then here. Does this look better? It feels like it's looking a bit more down. I can even move the horns here towards the front. And see, because I'm seeing volumes, I can place this stuff on top of the character. Then move this here, oopsie. Then move this here. Boom. There you go. Let's see how this looks. And let's compare. Now it feels like it's looking a little bit more down. Yes, and at 31 I can put it here. I can even push this shape a little bit more like this, so it's looking, feels like it's looking down. Yeah, and I can keep these things showing at this part of the eyes. Also makes it look like more evil, so it's really cool. Here I can clean these shapes. I can even make this a bit smaller here, and go like this here. Boom. And in terms of these rounded lines here, I can go like this. I can go like this, and from here to here like this. See how I'm trying not to draw symmetrical. I'm trying not to create symmetrical shapes in this space between these things, but instead I'm trying to create. Let me explain. Here, see, I'm tilting this line towards the inside and this towards also the inside, so this is wider than this part, and I'm creating a dynamic silhouette or space, negative space here between these two lines. Here the same thing. I'm trying to create dynamic shapes, not symmetrical shapes. There you go. Yeah, that's it. We're ready. We're ready to start animating all of this craziness. So let me bring this towards the front, so I polish the pose and start animating. Boom, 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 boom. Let me extend this a bit here, block this, and now I'm going to move the pieces of the character according to all the changes that I applied. Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. There you go. Boom. Maybe you can reveal a bit more of the, oops, no, there you go. You know what, let's trace on top of this. Because I already have symmetrical shapes here that I know are working. So let's just go with it. Can I copy this? Yeah, let's go manually. Boom, something like this. Boom, 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 boom. Beautiful. There you go. I can make this a bit bigger. I can move this a bit towards the front. Okay, let me move these deformers. something like this. Wait. Yep, I hope it looks okay on the render view. Looks a little bit. Can I copy this to the other side? You know what? You know what? Because this is only this scene, I can come here. Let me see if I do another. No, this is when it transforms. I'm going to duplicate this and just change it manually. Just modify the line until I get something that I like with the corners that I like. There you go. Boomba. Now, air fryer colors, horns. Awesome. And now, because I clone this piece, if I go to the other side, boomba, there you go. Amazing. Let's go, let's go. So here the mouth. Could be something like this. Moving here. I'm going to grab the deformers now and add a little bit of volume here. This a little bit up. A little more roundness here. And these lines should be tilting this way and this way. Beautiful. Now let's clean this. Like this. Opa, no. There you go. Trying to be clean here. Now I'm moving these deformers like this. Just cutting this line awfully. I'm concentrating my maximal potential right now. I'm putting all my brain into this. I have no more brain capacity right now, running into another type of ideas. I'm doing all my best here to create an appealing shape so I can sleep peacefully at night and not having nightmares of how awful I rigged this shoulder. But there you go, there's always a solution. There's always a way out. There you go. Not bad. And now I'm going here around like this. Boom. Boom. It goes like this. Boom. 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 Bam. See, you have to make sounds when you're working, otherwise you'll fall asleep. Boom. There you go. We have something here. I feel like we have something here. I can make this a bit over there. And there you go. Now let's compare the both frames. Let me disable this. Oh, dude, I love more. I like more the other one. Ah! Yeah, I like more the other one. This one looks awful. Let me see. I think something is... No, it's just tweaking some stuff around. Like for example the plumb lines here on the eyes. The bottom part of the eyes here are not aligned. That is carrying something weird, some weird stuff around. This top part, I can make this a bit bigger. There you go. Yes, that's better. Oh yeah, now it's looking better. I will even do the eyes a bit bigger though. I'm out of model here. So I'm flipping here. just so I see if I am staying on model, if weird stuff is not happening. Yeah, now I like it more. Now I like it more. Now I'm flipping, I'm doing a mirror view just to test these ideas for the last time. Yeah, I feel this could be more rounded. Could be more rounded. Nah. There you go, you're okay there. Where you? There you go, boom, a bit down. Boomba, there you go. Wait. Super sad song here. Let me change this. What should we hear right now? Boom, let's go. Poof. So we have something like this here. Yeah, I like more this, but I like more this arm. So I'm going to grab this arm that I did here. And put it here. Poop. Now we have the perfect tone combo. Yeah. There you go. Let's forget about everything else. Let's forget about everything else, but if we don't try, we never know. Now, boom, boom, and from here to here, this dude starts lifting the arm and going away. So the body of this dude, come on, is attached with the arm like concha su madre. So you can make this dude start disappearing, but also going up. So we're not revealing this too much as it is going up. Let's see, let's flip. What is happening between these two frames? Get out of, oh, it's the same. Should be the same. So from here to here, all of this goes up. All of the facial features goes up. See? I'm like, now this character is moving up. So I'm trying to do something like this. Boom. Even this. The heck is this? Get out of here, 9. This is when the dude transforms into the super evil air fryer. This one here. We have those lines. But for now we don't. We don't have to show those. And here I need the dude raising the arm. So this arm could be something like this. No. Come on. I can do something like this. But now I'll contour animate it then. And that's dangerous. Contour animation is dangerous. So I'll rather move this piece and start foreshortening this piece. Let's see if this is working in between. Yeah, I don't want this to be too messy. I should detach the hand with maybe. Let's see, every scene is different. Every scene is a different problem that we need to solve. That's the cool thing about this. This is the cool thing about animation. Otherwise, it'll be super repetitive and we will already know all the answers. Opa, no, this line is this one, yes. So this will become smaller. Boom. Let's see how this looks. Boom, 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 boom. Let me soft this a bit more. Boom, awesome. There you go. Guys, dude, I got lost for a second on my own mind. Come on, dude, let's go faster. Come on, come on, come on. So I'm trying to polish those things to design this last frame here. I can add some foreshortening here. I'm blocking shapes, but at the end, if I like the way that I block all of these things, then I'll keep it the same way. Oof, this looks awful. Yeah, I want to go to the other type of... I want to go to a hand like that at the end. So let's go, let's find out how can we go to a hand like this. Let's find out how can we go to a hand like that one that I have there. To something like this. I was like, should I make this frame by frame? And I'm like, I don't want to. I don't want to. There you go. So this is the hand design for this sport. So actually, so I have this frame here, and I'm having this frame here. Let me draw this frame. And I have this frame here. Let's see how one in between will look like from this to the other one. This is an entire animation of this scene, to be honest. This is this hand. So from here to there. So I imagine here, let me go. Boom. So the palm shape will start progressively. Upa, no, okay, say ah. So the palm will be something like this. I'm flipping to see how this palm will start changing shapes. This finger could be something like this. For shortening that. No, dude, I think I have to do it from my frame. I don't want to read all of this stuff. Because the idea will be to be like this, and then from here to be like... boom. Like this, boom. So, let's do a rough pass. These are the moments in which we have to animate. Traditional. Let's do a rough pass. Let's do a rough pass. So from here, I keep this part here in the ground like this. Boom, 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 boom. That will go towards that way because he's being pulled by the arm. This line, okay, let me place this properly. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Hey! Also, let me design some frames here. Here. So this line stays here, moves maybe a bit up, a bit up. There you go. This line stays there, a bit up, a bit up. Boom. Because I'm trying to feel this. It's like, let's see. I was trying to do the easy way of just moving the pieces around, but it will look so awful. So we have to level up here. And here, this finger will start going this way too. Yep. Not too much here, I feel. Beautiful. Maybe a bit more up. There you go. We have a frame there. Let's go with another frame. I hate this frame that I did here. Oof, yeah, thanks. Did you see the sun went away? So this is the final frame that I want. Means that here I need another frame, which is the hand going from this pose to that pose here, which actually I don't feel like I quite like it. I feel it could be improved. Yes, sir. Something like this. Now, here, there you go. More something like this. So from here to there. Yes, let's clean that mess so we can design a crazy cool shape. Boop. Let's clean this. So this shape for this hand here. Actually, I'm trying to look at my other frames and track the same amount of lines, so I'm not drawing more than the ones that I have. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. See, with my shoulder. Here, you can have this grouping of shapes here. Boom, and boom here. Awesome, we have something like this. On this one we can have something like this. And on this finger we can have something like this. Actually I can push this a bit more like this. Beautiful. So the finger here, boop, boop, boop. You can make this a bit smaller, something like this. And I can push this a bit towards the inside. And then this will be something like this. Cool, and then get rid of this, and get rid of this. Nice, bam, 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 bam. So it's a bit cleaner because this is like a rough pass, almost like a clean and rough pass. I'm trying to be accurate with my shapes. And maybe, you know what, I think I can put the rig on top of these frames. So boom, detaching from the ground and up. This is the final pose. So if this is the final pose, I need here a frame in the middle to twin between these two, which I assume is going to be very foreshortening. So I'm feeling, if I were to design a frame here, if I were to design this frame here, no, get out of here. Flipping to feel the movement, and to try to see the foreshortening that will happen, that will start happening here. Yes, those lines will go that way. The pinky also will move more that way. So I'm trying to track this point here, this point here, this point here. You have this index finger here. Boom. More foreshortening. I'm going to polish this shape eventually. This will go something like this. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. I want to cut the head of that dude. Let's try another thing. Let me give this a bit more of appeal. You give this a bit more of appeal here. Let me see if this is going to work. So yeah, I can, instead of moving everything at the same time, I can also push with the index finger to go up. Okay, let's go another frame here. Yeah, I didn't like this. Boom, boom. I can foreshorten these fingers more like here. or up. We're having this here, this here. Boom. This line is almost at the same place. So I can just move this down a bit and progressively start tilting this up. Boom. There you go, I'm feeling the movement here. Let's see. Interesting. Before going to that frame like that, before going to this other frame, let me clean this a bit so I can twin this properly. I was not expecting to have traditional animation here. I'm tilting, I'm changing the curve of that line as a C going this way because we're going up. Awesome. There you go, boom. I'm curving those lines on top too to feel that this arm is going up. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Awesome. Now, between these two, I'm going to add more frames because we're going to have a slow out here, and I want to make these frames hold by drawings. No, you are not. There you go. Let me reduce this. There you go. Flip. Even though I have my line table enabled, I'm flipping, I'm flipping, I'm flipping. I'm flipping so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Okay, what I want to do here is favor this frame, not to make a perfect in between. In order to favor this frame, I'm going to draw a unique frame. I'm not going to in between these two. So this is the frame of the hand detaching from the ground. I don't care about the twin between this and the other one. I'm designing a unique frame here because I want something to happen before starting to twin directly to the other frame, and instead I want a feeling of the hand detaching from the ground. So from here I'm going like this, and this part starts going up. I'm curving this straight into a C here to show that I'm going up, and I'm going to make this a bit of a straight here to feel that it's stretching. Curving this line here too to feel there is a stretching there. This base is going a bit up, then from here to here stretching that line, so I'm feeling this hand is going up. I'm going also turning those lines like this. Boom. There you go, we have something like this. This lower line also should go a bit up. Oopa. Whoosh. This line should go a little bit up too. Come on, La Concha. Boomba. Okay, now this is still on the ground a bit. So see how I am not. If I were to in between this perfectly, I'll go like this and like this, but I'm not doing this. I am not in betweening this. I'm designing a frame here that I want to tell, like, you know what? I want this finger to start like waking up. I don't want to in between these perfectly together frames yet. Here I'm losing my shape. Something like this, and on top of this rough pass I'll put the rig. There you go. So I'm going to add more frames here. Well, in between these two is going to be super slow, and from there, upa, la concha, there you go. Beautiful, it's going there, it's going there. So I combine my both ideas, the detachment and also leading with the index finger, so it's have more asymmetry. It's not like everything from point A to point B. How long is this video? 46 minutes! Let me add another in between. Well, I don't need an in between here because the moment that I start posting the rig in between these two poses, I'll have an immediate in between. From here to here, let me clean this frame a bit more so I can post the rig on top of this. Let's go fast, let's go fast, let's go fast. So here I'm going to have this shape. And here I'm going to have this shape. And here I'm going to have this shape. And the palm will be something like this. Beautiful. And the thumb will go something like this. I'm being out of proportion here. Pumbaa, Pumbaa, Tuki, boom. Beautiful. Now there you go. That's our frame there. Boom. And then this one, I need more clarity here. So now that's in between these two. And I'm trying to create this path. I'm seeing this dot here, and this dot here to create that path. So this dot here should be a little bit more towards the side here to create a rounded path. And those paths are the things that are going to give me the illusion of smoothness. Boom, boom. Here. Here, this line here is this same line here. So I'm trying to keep the proportions, but also create the arc. So from here to here to here. Is this an arc? Yeah. And also this other is creating a path. Yeah. And the pinky here, I'm trying to go like from here to here to here and to here. There you go. Could be my shape for that finger. And then we go to that frame. And then the line of the palm could be there. And then these lines. Yep, there you go. It's moving. It's moving. And then from here, let me draw the thumb again. See how the thumb is attached here and then it's going a bit up. Here I'm losing the point of the attachment of this thumb. See this negative space here? See how much it changed to the other one. Pah! That's brutal. That's brutal. So let me grab this thumb. And I want to taper that shapes too. Boom, boom, and then here. Look at this, shift and trace. What the heck, where's my shift and trace? Shift and trace. So I enable my shift and trace, and the only tools that I need, let me bring this Toon Boom stuff, this Toon Boom window a little bit there. See, shift and trace. So here I select this black arrow, I press Command or Control and the green drawing, and I move the green drawing down, press Command and click on the purple drawing, meaning the past drawing. Now move it up. And guess what? Now I have both connected on the same place, so I can keep the volumes and twin easier here because it's a simple animation of the thumb going from point A to point B. And here I'm just tracking everything. Here, for example, I can add more volume here, more roundness here. And I'm looking at my shapes, how much they change. But we're not picky, there you go. And then in order to release that shift and trace, because if I press play, these frames will be next to each other instead of spreading apart like they have to be. I click here, boop, and they go to their normal position. So I only work with a shift and trace with the black arrow and the last thing in there, the last bottom there. Now let's twin this. Yep, I think this could take more time. So from here, this, yes. There you go. And the cool thing is, like, I'll have Toon Boom help on all the in-betweens. I'll have the help of Toon Boom and the in-betweens of all of these frames, because I'm going to rig the hand. I'm going to put the formers on that hand and just put the hand on top of those rough drawings and let Toon Boom to give me the in-betweens that I need. But this is very important, because if I were to do this with my blocking the hand of the rig, that'll take a lot of time. It's super stressful because it's horrible to move parts of the rig and not drawing. But at least I like to draw, I like to express freely, I like to try. Like, for example, if I kept my original idea of being just like this and then like this, if I do this and if I try to express that idea through blocking only my rig, guess what? I'll spend like 2 hours to get the perfect blocking, and then realize, like, oh, you know what? I would love to also push with the index finger. And then because I didn't put the time to wait, I found this horrible shape here. Because I spent already the time on doing all of this movement, I didn't give a chance or room for me to add, like, being a lead with the index finger to add more symmetry and create like an appealing shape in the middle. So there you go. It's like drawing, putting your drawing skills, there you go, like using your drawing skills as weapons for you to play around when you're animating also helps a lot, not only moving the rig around and having stiff poses, but also opens a new dimension for you to explore and entertain yourself with new ideas. So this is what I did today. It took me more than I expected because I was planning to do like a rig animation only, but now that I see this, I'm like, cool. It was worth the time, and now I'm going to put the rig on top of this on the next video. Bye bye.